Good morning and welcome to another video here on Adventure Sean. Today I'm continuing with my New York adventure by hiring a bike and cycling through Central Park. It's one of the most famous parks out there in the world. It's been in lots of different movies and TV shows. It's been filmed so many times and it's weird to actually be sitting in here now ready to start this tour. So I've got my bike, but more about that in a second. I'll show you the bike and a little bit of where we're going. But firstly, the bike hire. Now there's lots of different options for going around Central Park. You can walk around. It's big, but it'll take you a long time. You can hire a bike, there's horse and carriages, there's all sorts of stuff, and there's so much to see. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to cover absolutely everything in this, but what I do want to do is definitely go around the whole perimeter of Central Park and see some of the most famous sites along the way. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Now, of course, you can hire these city bikes that I'm sure are great, but the $12 at the time of recording, which is January 2019, by the way, yeah, it's $12 for a day, which is great for doing short journeys, because then you don't get charged for every sort of half-hour rental, if that makes sense. So you take it out of a half hour and then return it, and yeah, your fixed fee is $12 for the day. But if you go over that half hour at a time, you get charged, I think it's $4 for every 15 minutes, so it does get quite expensive. So I decided to go to a shop just around the corner, and I'll put the information down in the video description, called bikerent.nyc, of course, for New York City. So yeah, this company offers some really good prices actually for hiring bikes. I mean, I'll put a link and stuff to their website so you can see it. But yeah, they had really good reviews and stuff, so I thought I'll go around there and have a look. And yeah, here's a little look at the price list. What I've done is I've got a bike for 3 hours, an adult bike, which is $25 for that on there. You can hire a bike for an hour, which is $15, or 2 hours for $20. So lots of different options, and of course, it's cheaper for children. You can have bikes for up to a day, and also for 5 hours as well. So lots of different options with that one. But yeah, so I've got my bike just over here, and yeah, we're going to take this tour through Central Park. I'm going to be following the map that I've got just here, and yeah, I'm really excited to go and see it all. It looks absolutely stunning. We'll get some really nice views. I believe there's a big reservoir in the middle as well, and it's early on the morning, so I don't think it's going to be too busy either. So yeah, let's get started. And here it is. Here's the Shawmobile. Da, 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 da. There we go, there's the bike, but I'm going to be taking on this journey. Hopefully it's been adjusted to my height. It looks about right, so if not, I'll have to get it, I'll have to try and do it myself. But here we go, let the fun begin, and let's go and explore Central Park. Right then, so here we go. I have got my bike, and here it is. It's got a padlock on the front as well, that's included in the rental price. You can also get bike insurance, which was $2, just in case it gets lost or damaged. But I don't plan on leaving it anywhere, tied up to any fences or anything. I plan on staying with it for the 3 hours that I've got it. And here is a map of Central Park. So yeah, as you can see at the top there, it's open from 6 AM until 1 AM, 365 days a year. And there's a look at the map. It is absolutely huge. Obviously, you can see all the blocks all down the side. Definitely want a bike to get around and see it all. And that's the plan. 3 hours to try and get around and stop in places. And yeah, it should be good fun. As you can see, I am here. The bike rental store, what I spoke about just is down the bottom here. So yeah, like it's going to be quite nice. I think the plan is to sort of go, start around this way, past Central Park Zoo, up round the side here. And yeah, just keep following it up. We've got like the Alice In Wonderland statue over there that we'll stop at, past Cedar Hill, not Cedar Point. Keep following it up. Got the obelisk there, all the way around this side of the reservoir, up to the top, see everything what there is up there, and sort of follow this main path all the way round, back down the side just here, Summit Rock. I don't really know what some of these places are, but I know what some bits are, and I'm assuming that I'm going to recognise a lot of places from films and things as we go. Of course, down here, Strawberry Fields, all the way down past Tavern on the Green, and yeah, end up back down here at Columbus Circle and sort of back where I am. So I'm going to get on the bike. I don't think I'm going to be able to get much footage of me sort of holding the camera whilst I'm on the bike, because yeah, it's going to be quite hard, isn't it? But yeah, we'll go for it. It's a really nice quiet morning, the sun is shining, and what a day for exploring Central Park. Let's go. What an absolutely stunning morning it is here in New York. And there in front of me, according to the map, is Gapstow Bridge. So this is only about 2 minutes from where I was just. I was just around the other side of this mound here, and I've cycled round to the bridge here. Really, really nice, picturesque photo point this. A lot of people sort of standing up on the top of it, getting photos. And of course, you look out that way, you can just see a few buildings in the background, whereas here to the left, there it is. It's crazy, isn't it? the scale of the buildings, and it's great how they've got this huge park here in the centre, hence why it's called Central Park, to have a good look round and explore. And obviously it's really nice and relaxing, isn't it? Here we go. I'm trying to hold the camera now whilst I'm on the bike. This is good fun. This is where I go steering out there into the water. Brake, Sean, brake, no! But yeah, really nice. Right, let's follow it around this way. Oh, we've got some steps to navigate here. Oh my God, I think I'll turn back round and go up the top path just here. I think there's an ice skating ring over here as well at the moment. It's absolutely freezing doing this, but I'm loving it so far. It's something a bit different, and it was just one of them things for me. Coming to New York, you've got to come to Central Park and hire a bike. It's just like the thing to do, isn't it? And yeah, I'm on some rocks just here, look. This is quite interesting, and yeah, like a bit of a rock formation in the middle. And as you can see over there, we've got the ice skating ring. A little look at that over there. People doing some practicing around some cones at the moment. I assume that's only there seasonally. Obviously Christmas has come to an end now, but I bet that still gets quite busy there, and there's still the one over at Rockefeller Center as well. But yeah, you get some beautiful views, especially with the sun just coming behind these skyscrapers. But yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? So far I've just only started over there. I've come round the top here. That cute little bridge was over there. Then I'm going to follow this down this way towards Central Park Zoo. This is a really nice building just here, and it's called the Dairy. Now, to do a bit of reading up this actually used to be an actual dairy right here in Central Park. Crazy, isn't it? And now it's a visitor centre and a gift shop there as well. But it's absolutely gorgeous around here, isn't it? And it's so different. I can see exactly why they wanted Central Park to be where it is, because you can just escape, can't you, into it? Because of all the buildings, and when you're walking around the streets, I said this in some of the other videos so far, when you're walking around the streets of Manhattan and New York, you just feel like you can't see the sky. You've got all the buildings around you all the time, and when it's sunny like this, down all these streets and avenues, you can't tell that it's really sunny. But one thing about that, when it's this cold, you don't feel the wind chill because all the buildings are blocking that. But yeah, this is the Dairy, really nice building. Got a very European style to it, hasn't it? So yeah, back up this way, keep going round to the left, and I think Central Park Zoo is somewhere over in that direction, but we'll soon find out. The cycles seem to be really popular here in Central Park. It's a great way to get around, and of course you can jog around here, you can walk it, whatever takes your fancy really, isn't it? But be prepared if you are walking, you know, it's going to take you hours if you want to see it all. But yeah, Central Park Zoo is just behind the trees, just over there from what I believe. I'm not sure where the entrance is, but as I'm looking out on a map, it's just round that way. But yeah, the plan now is to carry on up this main cycle route. That area in the middle over there is called the Mall. I'll say it like I'm an American, why not? And that runs down the middle of this section just here, and that's like a straight path with all the trees planted at either side as well. So it probably looks really nice and warm, doesn't it, on the camera when you're watching this? But honestly, it's -5 at the moment. It is crazy. Let's follow the path up that way. This is the first bit of wildlife I've seen in New York. A little squirrel down there, look. So I'm now at the area known as the boathouse, which is this lake just here. I assume in the summer you can hire boats here and all the different prices and things on here. Life vests are available, there you go, health and safety. But yeah, like a massive lake just here. This isn't the reservoir, by the way, that's somewhere a bit further down that way, but there you go, the United States flag flying high there with pride. I love America so much. But yeah, like this is a nice area. There's some sort of fountain up there as well that will probably catch that on the way back, because I don't sort of want to divert off that way when I'm staying down this way. And there's another lake just over there as well, another boating lake it looks like, and just down there on the right. But as you saw just from the footage, I managed to get a bit of on-bike footage. It's not too bad actually. I'll get some more for you and put a bit of music to it. But at the top just there I had some options, because there was a path coming down this way and a cycle path that carries straight on. So of course, with it all being blocks here, it's quite easy to navigate Central Park, to be honest. It's not like that wide, to be honest. I mean, you think the buildings are on that side just there, and they're only here on this side, so it's not too wide, but it's just how long it is. But it's great how you can just do a big loop round, really. I'd be interested to know, cycling at my full speed, how quick I can get around the whole thing. But you know, I might find out one day if I get some spare time. So I've made it to the famous Alice in Wonderland monument. Here's the plaque down there with a bit of information about it. It was installed on May the 7th, 1959, according to the plaque down there. And here it is. It's actually a lot more impressive than what I was expecting. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? And here we go, let's have a closer look. God, it's a lot bigger than I was actually expecting it to be in person. Hello. Wow, that's a nice sight to see, isn't it? That's probably my favourite thing I've seen so far in Central Park. Wonderful, isn't it? And it's so peaceful as well. You can't really hear as many horns and stuff from in here as what I was expected, and I'm still on the edge at the moment. Obviously, really, the cycle path doesn't go right through the middle. It goes around the perimeter. I was just expecting it to be a bit more noisy than what it is. But yeah, right, wonderful. Back on the bike. It's just down here. Look, and that's a nice view, isn't it? Looking back that way. This is the other little lake that I was telling you about just when we was over there at the boathouse. Right. Oh. So yeah, back on my bike. I need to go back up this way onto the cycle path, and it runs just along the top just there. Let's go. So the building we can see just here to the left is the Metropolitan Art Museum. It's actually the largest art museum in the United States of America. So that's quite fascinating to see. It's quite a nice building as well, actually, with all the glass panels on it. And then here to the left-hand side, of course, we've got the obelisk just here. Now, from looking on Google, a little bit of history about this, it was actually erected here in 1881. So there you go, and I'm not sure how we get to it from this side. I assume you have to be on a path around there, or you can just walk on the grass, but we can get quite a nice view of it from just here, from a couple of different angles. Yeah, I'll have a little zoom in for you. Looks really nice actually, with the blue sky in the backdrop. But yeah, there you go. Right, I'm going to carry on down this way. I think this path is going to sort of merge off to the right, and then we've got the large reservoir, which is right in the middle. So yeah, I'm not even halfway along the length of Central Park yet. Right then, so I've made it to the Central Park Reservoir, and this just proves how big Central Park is if you've never been here before. So there's the reservoir. I'm currently about halfway along just here, and that's the map of all of Central Park. Bear in mind, I started down here, made my way all down the right hand side past the Met Museum there, and then I'm about here, like I say. So, you know, effectively a quarter of the way around my cycling journey here. But yeah, look at the reservoir there on the map, and then have a look at it in person. It gives you an idea of how big Central Park is. Absolutely amazing. I started way over there, where that building is being constructed. Absolutely insane. I don't even know if I'm halfway across this. Like, it's absolutely crazy. So I'm going to keep following it around this way. You can't cycle on these paths at the top, but the cycle path is just down there at the bottom. Obviously, they say that you've got to walk with your bike if you're on here. You know, so you got to follow the rules. even though I can't see anybody marshalling it today, but you never know, there might be some time. So yeah, make sure you stick to the actual cycle routes. But yeah, you get really close actually to the edge of Central Park when you're coming down this side of the reservoir. It looks like it'll be the same when we go back down on that side. Right, let's carry on. I'm about 45 minutes in, so I'm doing not too bad, but I'm gonna have to speed it up a little bit to see everything that I want to in my 3-hour rental. What an amazing experience cycling through Central Park, and I've nearly made it now to the north end of the park. In fact, you can see the buildings just there behind me, which are at this side of it. Now just behind me over here you've got a lake. See a bit of snow on there as well. It was snowing last week, so it's still a little bit settled there. It looks like it's been cleared to the side of it. You've got another ice skating rink here as well on this side. And yeah, I've just made my way down the path just behind me there, and I'm going to be heading off in that direction. I'm not quite at the edge yet, but I'm going to go back down to this lake just here and have a look, called Harlem Mere. I know it's kind of going off route a bit to the right, but just want to have a little look down there, take a few picturesque photos, sort of looking back towards the city that way. But yeah, you've got like the conservatory garden and stuff over there from looking at the map. You definitely want a map. They're free to pick up. There's loads of different ones all the way around the edges to pick up, so make sure you do, or from a tourist information. But yeah, the conservatory garden. Oh, fire engines going over there. Yeah, so over that side you've got the conservatory garden as well. Don't really think that's the place to be over winter, especially when it's -5. I say that, it's -3 now. It's got a little bit warmer, just a tiny bit. But yeah, that's over that way. And yeah, to be honest, it doesn't feel as cold as I thought it might do today. When I looked on the weather app, it said that it was going to be the coldest day today, but because there's not really any wind chill, it's fine. Like you can hear on the camera, there's no wind at all, and I think it's all the buildings that help block it, to be honest. I mean, I could be just making that up, but it would make sense, wouldn't it? I suppose, maybe. Sean talking sense, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to make my way around this way. Oh, cops coming past. Are they cops? New York Central Parks representatives, I think they are. So like people who look after all the parks, because believe it or not, this isn't the biggest park in New York. There's quite a few other parks. I think this is like the 5th biggest park or something, which is crazy. But yeah, I'm going to make my way down this way towards that lake, have a look round Harlem Mere, as it's called, and then head off to the left down this way and start making my return journey back down towards the reservoir and see what other sights there is along the way. And of course, want to make our way down to Strawberry Fields and have a look round there. The north side of Central Park is much quieter than the southern side. Of course, we're getting much further out of the centre of Manhattan now, and the buildings are a lot smaller down here as well. But I thought I'm going to have to stop here and show you these. Look at the size of these icicles here. That just shows how cold it is. Absolutely crazy, and you can see a lot of people have been having fun here taking these off. So I feel like I've got to do that. How satisfying is this going to be? Here we go. Oh, look at that. Wow, absolutely crazy, isn't it? There we are. I mean, look at this down here. Oh my God, you can't even kick that over. That is amazing, that is solid, and all this formation here. Being careful not to slip. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, look at the size of these. I bet some of these won't even pull off. Look at that. Oh, there we go, just about. Wow, amazing. Right, I'm going to carry on around this way. And yeah, I don't think there's much more to see up this end now until we get back down towards the reservoir. So I'll show you some angles looking from that side. And yeah, I've got to cycle up another hill now. On my bike then, I guess. So So I've made it back to the reservoir here in Central Park. Obviously earlier on I was on the other side, my bike was parked up somewhere over there. And yeah, then I carried on cycling all the way down that way. And I just had to climb a bit of a hill, but luckily I came down the other side of it and it was worth it, because obviously when you climb a hill, I was thinking, oh no, I thought I should have come around this way, so I went down it. There was a nice decline on the other side of that as well, which was good. You see quite a lot of vehicles and stuff coming through Central Park, which is interesting. Obviously the New York Police Department coming down there, another vehicle behind it. I didn't realise there's actually a couple of roads what run down through Central Park as well. There was one just over there where it heads all the way underneath. But yeah, I'm warming up now, I'm cycling. I've took my gloves off now. I'm sure I'll put them back on when I actually get back on the bike though. But yeah, like about what, 3/4 of the way in now, but we're making our way down this way where there's some more sights and things to see in Central Park. So really, if you just want to see like the main sights and don't want to see all the park, you could stay down in the southern end, to be honest, closest to central Manhattan, because that's where most of the main stuff is. But yeah, I'm going to make my way down this way. There's some sort of castle now to go and see, just past the reservoir on the left, and then down towards Strawberry Fields. So just at the other side then of the reservoir is the Great Lawn, and that's this big area down the middle here. They've put all this temporary fence up around the side at the moment, with it being winter, and I presume this is to help it stay nice and fresh, because they have had lots of events on over the years here. Very famous piece of lawn this. Yeah, there's been various different concerts and other events here in Central Park that have been held on this lawn. But yeah, making my way down towards Belvedere Castle now. I think it's called Belvedere Castle from what I saw just on a map up there, and it's somewhere down in this direction, so I keep following the path down. What a stunning day, and I'm really enjoying this as we come towards the end of my cycle ride through Central Park. Still a few more bits to see as well, of course. Strawberry Fields celebrating John Lennon's great music, so I look forward to seeing that. And yeah, like the castle, I assume, is just down here somewhere. Great Lawn Southwest, there we are, there's me. Let's have a little look. Belvedere Castle, yeah, a little bit further down. Yeah, there's loads of different maps and things all up, and obviously you can pick up your maps from the tourist information area. So yeah, if I take a right, get back onto the main path, and then that'll take us down to where I want to be. This is a gorgeous building, probably my favourite that we've seen so far actually in Central Park. And yeah, this is the Swedish Cottage. Absolutely beautiful, that. Really nicely detailed. Here we are, come back around this way. And here's Shakespeare's Garden, which is this area all around here, and I assume there's some statues and things up there as well. And that's the thing when you've got a bike, obviously you've got to make sure that you stick into the main cycle routes, and really if you start wanting to go up some of these paths and things, you do want to be locking your bike up somewhere to go and walk through. But yeah, it's wonderful. It's really, really nice around here. It's just so relaxed, and that's the best thing about it. Another squirrel over there, look, just climbing down the fence. Yeah, it's brilliant. That's a nice building though, that is. Absolutely wonderful. Right, let's come back around this way. Get back onto the main cycle path. This is what I mean by there's some roads going through Central Park. Another one there. Yeah, you got some vehicles. I assume these are all, that's like an unmarked police car, that one. Oh, they're all unmarked police cars, they are, look. Interesting, yeah. Back out onto the cycle path. I think you can get down to Belvedere Castle that way where I was just, but time is actually starting to run out, believe it or not. I hired the bike for 3 hours, and yeah, it's not enough. You really, an ideal sort of time I'd say is maybe 4 hours if you want to stop off. Bear in mind I've not really locked the bike up anywhere and things, I've just sort of followed the path and gone with the flow. And so yeah, hopefully I just want to get a glance of the castle really, because it looks like a really nice building, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to get the chance to. I think it's somewhere over here on the left, but we'll have a little look. Get some speed up on these though. So we've made it to one of the final points that I want to see on my tour of Central Park, and it's the memorial to John Lennon from the Beatles, who was actually shot dead in 1980. Here's the memorial. It's quite a popular part of Central Park for people to come and pay their respects, of course. And here it is. Quite easy to get to if you just wanted to come into Central Park and see this. It's on the outskirts just here, and there's an entrance to the park just on the side, very close to the memorial. And this whole area is a quiet zone. That's why I'm whispering, of course, out of respect. And this is a map of strawberry fields. The area all around here. It's not a huge area. Another squirrel there running in the distance. But yeah, I'm going to make my way over the lake and conclude this tour. As you can see, nearly back where we started. Got to go down that way and make a left. And yeah, that's just about right, because I've got about 15 to 20 minutes to get my bike back. So yeah, I better get moving. That's probably one of my favourite views so far of New York. It just shows the old from the new and how New York is always developing, new buildings going up all the time, and Central Park's got so many different tunnels and paths and buildings and different walks to see. Honestly, you could spend a day, if not 2 days, if you really want to delve deep into it all and see all the different paths and just look at it. It's absolutely crazy. And yeah, you've just seen here, I've panned across it. We've got the Central Park carousel that was built in 1908. There's over 50 hand-carved horses on this carousel. Unfortunately, it is closed today. Maybe it's off-peak hours, I'm not too sure. But yeah, it is located here. And obviously there's the ticket booth, the clear entrance and exit as well. And yeah, I'll have to come and see that at some point. You never know, it might be open at the weekend. I'll have to pop down and have a look. But yeah, a few little facts there on the side, and it's lovely, isn't it? It's so nice. But yeah, time to make my way back up to the edge of Central Park, the southern edge, and return the bike, where we'll wrap up this video. What an absolutely fantastic 3 hours that has been. It's come to the point now where it's time to return my bike back to the rental and of course wrap up the video. It has been absolutely fantastic going around Central Park over the past few hours and seeing all of the sights. Of course, there's so much in there. A lot of it, you know, you can go around and see on your bike. Some bits where you want to sort of tie your bike up and go for a walk round. I've not seen absolutely everything in there that I would have liked to, but I'm glad that I've been all the way up to the north side and gone all the way round it on the cycle route, along with seeing some of the bits along the way that I definitely wanted to see, such as strawberry fields, for example. But yeah, it's absolutely incredible, the sheer size and scale of it. Don't underestimate it, that's what I'm trying to say. Obviously, you know, you can get like the horse and carts and things, which are great, but they only really cover certain parts of it. You want to either walk through it and spend the whole day and really go for it, or hire a bike and have a good few hours going around. I'd say you want a little bit longer than what I've had to really take it in if you want to stop every so often. I'd probably say maybe 4 hours is the ideal time, in my opinion, for hiring a bike to go around Central Park. It's been absolutely incredible. Thank you very much for joining me for another video here on Adventure Sean. Of course, there's loads on the channel from a trip to New York, including Rockefeller, going to the top of the rock, along with that One World Trade Center, having a look all around Ground Zero as well, and of course the Empire State Building, and so much more. I could go on for ages about listing the things from this trip. There's so many bucket list things for me to see here in New York that's been absolutely incredible to share them with all of you guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions, as always, comment below on this video, and yeah, hopefully I've covered quite a lot for you in this video from Central Park. That means it's time for all of you to get out there and have your own adventures. See you soon.